Hi everyone, my name's Scott and welcome to my channel. I hope your week has been as wonderful and amazing as you are. Today we'll be getting into the 8th chapter of my book, Halloween All Year Round. This chapter is all about the masks that we wear and the different versions of ourselves we let others see. Although I grew up in the early 2000s, I've always loved music and movies from the 80s and 90s. One of the more memorable movies from the 90s is the 1994 hit film The Mask featuring Jim Carrey. I remember absolutely loving this movie because it took an ordinary man and turned him into a superhero, but not in the traditional sense. This chapter is all about the masks we wear, whether it's a mask of bravery, intelligence, superiority, pride, or something else entirely. Often in our day, we can change who we are based on who we're with, where we are, and what we're doing. We change how we act to accommodate for our situations. Although this might sound harmless at first, it can get very dangerous very fast. Showing who we truly are is very rare, especially for those who don't know who they truly are just yet. We need to be careful about the mask that we wear because sometimes we can end up putting on a show for the wrong people. Consider the very cheesy teen movie. The main protagonist is a funny looking nerd who doesn't have many friends and loves to read books. But then suddenly he styles his hair, changes his clothes, and boom! The popular girl falls for him and they live happily ever after. The main flaw here, other than a terribly cliche plot, is that the girl falls in love with a version of the aforementioned nerd, and by putting on this mask of popularity, he suppresses that which makes him unique. By definition, masks hide the identity of those who wear them. However, in many cases, this part that the person is hiding needs to be seen the most. Don't get me wrong, everyone wears masks. I'm wearing one right now. Most people on social media are more animated and hyped to make sure that they grab your attention and keep it for the length of the video. Not all masks are bad. But when they begin to take over your life, then they start to become a problem. Further in the chapter, I talk about mask breakers, with a major mask breaker being confrontation. Whether someone holds the facts in front of you or you finally admit your flaws, confrontation can help you break the masks that are holding you down. It's important to know here that if you really do want to drop the facade, there are people you can open up to and be real with. In the immortal words of Dr. Seuss, be who you are and say what you feel. Because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Truly living is all about being yourself. When writing this chapter, I was particularly inspired by Aaron Burris, who used to say, be true and be you at the end of his YouTube videos. Now I know that there's a more than likely chance that he won't see this, but if you do, thank you for being an inspiration to the world, and thank you for helping 14-year-old Scott write his first book. It takes a lot of bravery to be who you are instead of your masks. But as soon as you drop the ones that are holding you back, you can begin the long journey to an amazing future. When thinking about writing Take It From a Teenager in 2015, this was one of the first chapters I thought of writing. I included this chapter because everyone wears masks through life, whether it's at school, at home, at work, on the bus, at a cafe, anywhere. People can change in sometimes the most dramatic ways depending on where they are and who they're with. Many people choose to act differently because they believe it will impress others, and in the end appear like they're something they clearly aren't. I think a major part here is being true to yourself, regardless of how many faults you have, or faults you think you have. Now this isn't an excuse to live decadently and never improve, but instead, I'm saying that we shouldn't hide the parts of ourselves that make us who we truly are. And with that, thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more videos on Take It From a Teenager. A link to my book can be found in the description box below. If you live in Australia and want to get yourself a signed copy, head to my website at www.scottbradbrook.com and fill out a contact form to get a special discounted price. Also feel free to follow me on my various social medias, and until the next video, have faith and be your amazing self.